in there. When the starting sequence gets underway, he kicks the big pedal, the gates drop, and voila, we're off to the races, literally. Ricky Carmichael still signing autographs for a few moments, or just beginning to wrap it up over at the Fox Box. And Moto 2 underway for the 250C riders as they roll through the Bell Moto hole shot force. Position jockeying going on in the 45. Yamaha rider of Ryland Bly out of Canada taking the early lead in this one. Or at least the $100 hole shot award from Bell Helmets. I believe we had some position jockeying going on there. Not sure if he was able to fare out of that one very strong, but it kind of looks nuts. The 88 back there, it looks like now. That is Brock Kealoha out of Tucson, Arizona on an ETMS Racing Parker Automotive BG Products backed machine.
I believe it's a 45 sitting there in second place. Pull up a name on that. That would be Ryland Bly. That was our hole shot winner. So Ryland Bly going back to second as we're watching him reach up for a tear off. This track is just completely torn to shreds for these 250C riders. They're trying to navigate it.
Well, Ryan Bly, by the way, brought to you by Blackfoot Direct FXR, also Healing Hands Wellness Center. And right now in the big sweep return for the first lap around the 45 of Bly. Still, well, I think he may have gone back up front. We'll double check that. There's the 26 machine we see back there. Brock Schindler out of Pueblo West, Colorado on a FAF printing Pueblo Chiropractic Pro Action back machine. He took a 5th place finish in Moto 1, so good solid start for that rider here in Moto 2 is the 98 of Bates, ready to wrap up this first lap in command and control. Final turn, final drive now, and Devin Bates on that Husqvarna out front as we check to second. Bly is still running in the number 2 spot. We see a gap of 4 seconds now over Brock, or between first and second. Only a second back to Brock Schindler. Smith Foster running in the number 4 spot. Austin Nelson less than a second back in 5th. Tyler Jones is 6th. Hunter McCall in 7th. Brad Williams 8th. Stockton Steinball in 9th. Bailey Breen in 10th. Ben Peebles in 11th. Brandon Hubbard in 12th. Dayton Shira is 13th. Jagger Grace in 14th. Jaden Ornelas is 15th. Reese Dominguez is in 16th. Aaron Dutton 17th. Andrew Poval is 18th. Colin O'Reilly 19th. And Brian Saunier rounds out your top 20 there after the first lap of racing. So Bates still trying to hold on to this one. The real question right now, Ryan Bly, is he going to be able to make things happen out there? Bates taking the Moto 1 win out there yesterday has quickly moved himself into the number 1 position again here today. We see the jockeying for position going on behind him right now, and there it is. Wow, about 5 different riders jockeying for 5th place right now. Check them out, 2 wide right now coming into the Rocky Mountain sweeper turn, and we got all kinds of trouble there for the 26 machine, it looks like. Brock Schindler moving up from 3rd to 2nd, getting around the 45 machine there on that last lap of racing, and now he's got himself all kinds of trouble, and it's coming in the form of a lot of competition. About 5 riders nose to tail coming through that sweeper turn now.
Devin Bates, our Moto number 1 winner, out getting it done again, trying to go 1-1 going into Moto number 3. Ryan Bly, and like you were saying, followed by a handful of riders trying to track him down for that number 2 spot. But right now the battle on the track is for that 4th and 3rd spot, that final spot on the podium, between Steinbow and Foster. Steinbow all over the back end of Foster. That is actually for the 4th place position. Head into the Red Bull Orange. He's just going wherever Foster is not. Steinbo, relentless out there. And gonna make the pass happen on Foster. Steinbo moving up into the 4th spot. Next up for him will be Schneidler. We'll see if he can make it up towards the podium.
Devin Bates really making a name for himself here in 2017. Not only here at Loretta's, we hear tales of things from all across the land that Bates has been really moving up and positioned himself to be the man to beat here in 2017's Loretta Lynn's running, and obviously has done so with a 6-second lead after a Moto 1 win there. Rylan Bly still in second, at least at last check, and Brock Schindler was third, but those guys just keep jockeying back and forth amongst each other. Smith Foster is 4th, Stockton Steinball in 5th.
Guys out here in the 250C class are no joke. We're pretty late into the day. This track's getting rough. They're running Devin Bates out front running a 2:10 for his fastest lap. That's only about 3-4 seconds off of Mike Brown. That is a lot faster than Greg Albertson. We're just going over here in the booth. So Greg right now looking to be about a 20th place novice rider. But he is looking for redemption. I saw him doing some bike work. I went back to the pit. He is hitting clickers on the suspension, has the bike laid over, doing some clutch changes. I think he's going for an auto clutch this next time. Said he was getting tired. He's done with the clutch. He said the 50 riders are riding without clutches and they're putting in lap times that are quicker than his. No more clutch on my motorcycle. So Greg Albertson throwing in the reclusive bandit. The number 41 is caught up to the back. Where is he? Actually, 45. So he has caught up the back of Rylan Bly for second. So Steinbo making some moves. He has gone past 3 riders in the course of just a lap. But Bly is not done. He makes the pass back on Steinbo. Putting up a fight in this one on the inside. But Steinbo going to try to rail around the outside. Going to probably stay outside in this next corner as well, trying to carry some momentum, and he makes that work. He makes the pass on Bly. So now it's Steinbo up in the number 2 spot, and he actually has the fastest lap time of the race right now. So Steinbo coming through the pack, running at 2:09. It's 2 seconds left. On Devin Bates.
So nearing the completion of this 4th lap of racing now, Steinball's got himself a 3rd place position locked down, and now looks like 2nd place as Ryan Bly is going to have to go to work here in the latter half of this race. So we see 8.6 seconds, and he's matching the lap time of Devin Bates, your leader, and actually he is bettering the lap time on his fastest lap. He turned to 2:09.413. That was a full second faster than Devin Bates' fastest lap, with 8.6 seconds separating them. If Steinball can get back down to that second a lap faster, don't know that he'll still have the time in order to catch up to Bates, so he's going to have to find a little bit more time on his end and hope for Devin Bates to slow down just a little bit, which will be likely impossible once he catches the tail end of the brunt of the lap traffic.
This 250C class is only doing 15 minutes opposed to everybody else out here running those 20-minute motos, so time is going to be on Devin Bates' side, out front winning this one. But Stockton Steinbo still charging, trying to minimize that gap in between Devin Bates. Now, Devin Bates had won the first moto, so going into moto number 3 with a 1-1, you do not even have to win the last moto to walk away with that one. All you gotta do is get a second to secure the championship, and no matter what, that puts you on the top of the podium at the end of the weekend with a 1-1 in the first 2 motos. So Devin Bates making it easy on himself, hoping to clinch this championship out in a couple days' time. So our top 5 right now, Devin Bates out front on the Husqvarna, number 98. In second, on the 41 Yamaha, that's going to be Stockton Steinbaugh. In third, Ryan Bly, number 45 on a Yamaha. In the 4th place spot, our 2nd place finisher for moto number 1, that's Jagger Grace on the 25 Husqvarna. Rounding out your top 5 is Bailey Breen on the 92 Yamaha. So that is your top 5 rundown right now at 250C, moto number 2. So as it sits, Jagger Grace with a 2-4 moto score, and Stockton Steinbaugh with a 2-4 as well. So Jagger Grace and Steinbaugh were going to be tied for second going into moto number 3, with Devin Bates, of course, that perfect 1-1 score.
Well, Devin Bates, Stockton Steinbaugh, Ryan Bly, Jagger Grace, and Bailey Breen now your top 5. As we take a look at our top 20 here in the closing moments, we see 6th place Tyler Jones, Brad Williams, the number 16 Kawasaki in 7th, the 83 of Smith Foster is 8th, Brandon Hubbard, the 33 in 9th, Jaden Ornelas, the number 50, rounding out the top 10, Dayton Shira, the number 97 is 11th, 12th. The 69 of Liam Langer, 13th place, Brock Schindler. 14th place, the 72, Hunter McCall. 15th, the 85 of Aaron Dutton. 37 to be Christopher Schink in 16th. 17th, the 62 of Austin Nelson. Brock Kealoha, the 88 in 18th. 57 of Parker Larson in 19th. And Brian Saunier, the 22, rounds out the top 20.
White flag is out right now, so that's the last lap around for Devin Bates as he navigates his way through the 10 Commandments one last time. Rylan Bly, our hole shot, Bell Helmets hole shot award winner this moto, was actually 13th in moto number 1, I believe. Let me double check on that score. So yeah, 13th in moto number 1 for Rylan Bly. Moto number 2, he's going to throw down a 3rd, but that is going to put him pretty far out of championship contention.
Again, going back, I think that we can say first moto gate picks could probably be a big cause of that, and a little better pick possibly in the second moto might have put him in a little better position. Bly is, I think, a talented rider, so just suffering from some misfortunes, it looks like, in Moto 1, so he's trying to make the best out of it. Here, Moto 2, he's done that with a third-place finish. Far cry better than his first Moto result, so I'm sure he's going to be gunning for a win. Just put an exclamation point on things for that third Moto when it rolls around here in a couple days.
Devin Bates going through the final corner. Gonna round this one out. Everyone give it up, Devin Bates. On that Husqvarna, number 98, taking your Moto 2 victory, making it a 1-1 score going into Moto number 3. Stockton Steinbow. Still hard charging out there on the 41. He takes second place. And the 45 and the 92. So 45 of Bly barely holding off Bailey Breen on that 92 Yamaha for the final spot on the podium in the Moto, and that's a big deal too. These kids, it's usually their first time at Loretta's, and Bailey Breen was definitely looking to score a medal in that one, and he's going to come up short to Rylan Bly. So Rylan Bly is going to go down there with Kevin and Weege, and he is going to pick up not only that Bell Helmets hole shot, he is going to grab himself a bronze medal in this second Moto. We're going to head down to the podium and see what Kevin has going on down there with our 250C riders.
All right, we are going to hop on in here up at the podium. The number 98 machine. Let's say hello to Devin Bates. That lady's pumped, man. Devin Bates, she has pumped you up here. The number 98, Devin Bates. You got the race win. What did you get last Moto? Top 3?
Last month in this class, I won, so I'm sitting pretty good going into third motos, and I guess we'll see what happens. So
1-1 Moto scores. You're exactly where you expected to be. We've kind of been following you around this whole year. You've done a lot of winning from Mammoth and now all the way back east. So enjoying the C class. You're probably your last hurrah thinking about moving up, huh?
Yeah, definitely. This is probably my last race in C class, so might as well go with a bang and hopefully do good in B class next year.
1-1 Moto scores. Looking good for that final Moto. Who do you want to thank, Devin Bates?
First of all, my mom and dad and the Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. Dunlop, they hooked up great on the start. X-Brand, wouldn't be able to do without them if I couldn't see. Atlas Racing, Moto X Compound, the whole crew over there, they do phenomenal. Buddy Antonez, Ethica, X-Brand Goggles, 60, FMF, Moto Cuts, and everyone else. Thank you.
Let's hear it. He is sitting perfect in this one. The number 98, Devin Bates with that Moto win. Congratulations there. We'll bring up, I think I see Rylan Bly. Come on up here, Rylan. We'll say hello to you. Come on up, my third place finisher and the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award winner. You're going to get this medal. We'll step up front. You got the whole shot, Mr. Bly. Tell me about your race, man. It's obviously started good. You got the big check to prove it. Let's put that around your neck. There you go. There's the big check. That's the money one there. Can't cash it, though. We're going to need that one back. All right, man. Tell me about it. Slide on over here so we can center you up just a little bit. Tell me about your race. Obviously a great start.
Yeah, great start. I started out doing well, and then second place passed me. I started pumping up a little bit, just kind of trying to hang on and finish the race.
Is this your first time down to the ranch?
Yes, it is.
Hey, what a great start. A lot of kids battle to get up here for years, so your first week here, you already wound up on the podium. How you sitting going into that third Moto? What are your Moto scores?
My first Moto, I didn't do too well. I got a terrible start, and I ended up 13th. So going into the last Moto, I'm just going to try and get a really good start and get back on the box again.
Great work. Who would you like to thank, Mr. Bly?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Blackfoot Direct, Shift, 100% Seat Concepts, and my grandpa, and my chiropractor for everything he's done. Help me get down here.
Awesome work. Let's hear it for your third place finisher. Let's put your hands together. Hold it up nice and high. Get that patented Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. He's got $100 to go towards a Bell helmet. I'm going to give Matt Walker his hat back. There you go, Mr. Walker. Now we'll bring up our second place finisher. Come on up, Stockton Steinball. Where are you at, man? Stockton, come on over here. Put that second place medal around your head. Fantastic ride, dude. You were battling there the whole way through. You're still in the mix here. Not out of the championship hunt just yet, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got off to an okay start and had to come through the pack, but ended up second, so it's all good.
Absolutely. He says, Zach Mashburn says a horrible start. What do you think? Tell him to be quiet. You did good. You're up here in second place. Zach Mashburn still saying it's a horrible start. He's heckling you. This guy your trainer, right?
Yes, sir, he is.
All right, so we're going to do better. What did you start? Let's get this out there. Where did you start on the race?
Probably 15th, 20th, and then
That's terrible. You're right. You're absolutely right. So, but you were able to manage to get yourself up to the number 2 spot, so you obviously put your head down and did some work.
Yes, sir.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, my mechanic Trevor, Premier Plumbers of Texas, Underground MX, Tim at Trolley Designs, and Maxima Honda Yamaha.
Even with a terrible start, he finishes second. Let's hear it for our second place finisher, Stockton Steinbaugh. That's a heck of a ride there coming from way back. Fun to watch you guys ride. We'll toss it back up to the tower. Jimmy and Rodney, what's on tap?